Okay, so I'm back. Yeah, so we got a letter in the mail a couple weeks ago that said they would be changing out all of our power meters, I guess, so that they can automate it. I don't know. I'm all about automation, so whatever you need to do. But he was just coming to tell me that he was going to be changing that. So we're all good. So I'm going to grab my paintbrushes and I'm going to get started. For my watermelon, I've got a couple different colors I'm going to do on the outside and a couple different on the inside, but overall it's a pretty simple design. Let me squeeze my boards together. All right, so I'm just going to get started. If you have any questions, holler at me. I'd love to chat while I paint this morning. I'm painting the rind first. I'm painting my edges. I use a laser to cut my wood, so technically you don't have to paint your edges unless they're sanded, but I tend to paint mine. Hey, and if you jump on, let me know you're here. Like, say something so maybe I can talk to you. Hopefully it'll let me see the comments today. So I'm starting with my lime green. You can see. Now, if you're part of my virtual paint party, you actually get a better angle because I have multiple cameras that are recording. So you can actually see pretty much everything I'm doing the whole time. But on lives, I can't do that. So I am working with what I have. Oh, it's going to be a warm day here in Ohio. We might have to get all my work done so I can play outside this afternoon. That'd be nice. Where's everybody from? Let's see. Oh, I got a paint boogie. Lord. I swear if he rings my doorbell again, I might scream. Just leave me alone. Okay. All right, so I've got the first coat of green on. I'll show you. Where is everybody this morning? All right, now I'm gonna switch my board and I'm gonna paint the pink. I'm gonna stick my green paintbrush in the water. I'm a big fan of leaving them in the water when you're not using them so that the paint doesn't dry and then you can't get it out, or you have to clean it really good, which if you put it in the water, you don't really have to. All right, so I'm gonna slap on some paint. If I had a bigger brush, I would actually use that, but they're all at the studio, so I'm just gonna use this. I do my paint super thin so that it will dry quicker and so it's also not lumpy. And if I ever get paint that has little like dried paint in it, as soon as that hits my board, I get it off. Or if I see it on my plate, I get it off. So, anyway. Guys, it's Wednesday. It's hump day. So next week, I am doing staff appreciation for our elementary school, which I normally don't volunteer for stuff like that. But anyway, I decided, hey, let's give it a try. So I'm kind of excited because I've got some girls coming over tonight to the studio and we're going to be putting a bunch of stuff together for the teachers and staff over at the elementary school. So I won't give it away. I won't say what we're doing because I know I've got a few of my kiddos' teachers and staff members over at West M follow my Facebook page. But anyway, it's super exciting. And I don't know, hopefully the teachers will enjoy all the fun surprises and feel a little bit spoiled. I tend to be a budgeter. I seriously want to make my dollars go a long way. And so I tried to, hey Melissa, I'm trying to spoil them without spending a ton of money. So we've got some good stuff planned. Excited. Y'all tell me what you'd like to learn. Like if you currently don't paint, but you would like to get started, tell me what you want to learn. Like, is your dream to, hey Alicia, is your dream to open a paint studio and paint door hangers? Or do you just want to paint for a hobby? Or would you like to get together with your friends? Alicia, do you hear your dog barking out back? Oh man. Hey guys, I'm not gonna click off. I'm just gonna go answer the door. I'll be right back. Okay, so sorry about that. I'm back. He said he was unable to swap it out, so they'll come back. So I'm painting the watermelon this morning for anyone who's just joining me, and I just asked anyone who doesn't currently paint but would like to, or maybe you paint but you don't do it a whole lot. What would you like to learn? Would you like to learn how to cut your own wood? Would you like to learn new paint techniques? Like, what is it that I could teach you that you don't already know or that you'd like to get better at? I'd love to know. So why don't y'all tell me? And if you're not watching this live, leave comments, and because I check those, and that will help me in future lives to know what kind of content you're looking for. All right, so here's our mat. So I've got 4 dogs that have been driving me bonkers in this house because of the weather, and I'm so stinking excited that yesterday and today it was actually warm enough that they could play outside. Not drive me crazy. All right, so I'm going to show y'all. This is just a rough start, okay? So painted it, and I am going to put a second coat of green on in just a second. I've got a little bit here of the pink that's already dry, so I'm going to go ahead and add some more paint to where it's already dry. So crazy, I look like a lefty. I don't know how to switch that, but I'm not a lefty. I'm a righty. I want to know, what do y'all want to know? Ask me anything. I might or might not answer. Okay. All right, I think I've done all the pink I can do for now. So let me grab my trusty, what do you call this thing? Cloth. What is it? Microfiber. Got my brush out of the water, and to clean it, I just go back and forth so I get my bristles all nice and pretty again. Okay, so that's one of my biggest things I have to have with me when I paint. All right, so I'm gonna put some more green on, cover up these edges. I don't know who's on. It doesn't tell me who all's on here. I think Melissa and Alicia, but I'm not sure who the third person is, so feel free to say hi. All right. Oh, hey Jennifer, good morning. I think I just saw you, didn't I? Jennifer and I were Zooming this morning. I don't know if anyone knows what that is, but it's a video chat. So it was pretty fun. Got to talk about some good stuff. All right. Oh, thank you, Nikki. Jennifer, you're so sweet. I don't always feel like I have the charm and energy, but thank you so much. Nikki, what can I teach you? I asked a few minutes ago. I'm not sure if you were on, But what is it y'all want to know? Do you want to know paint techniques? Do you want to learn to start your own door hanger business? Would you rather paint on canvas? Like, what is it that you want to know and that I could help you learn? I don't know everything, but you know what I do know? I do know I can figure most things out. So if there is something I can help you with, you just let me know. All right, so this is where I'm at. Okay, I'm going to have to let this dry. My blow dryers are all at the studio except for the one I actually use on my hair, and it's upstairs. So I don't think I really want to go up there right now. So you know what? Let's pause. I know I just showed y'all a couple days ago how to make a bow, but let's go over that again just in case you didn't see that video. And I need to make a couple more bows anyway. So let me move this out of the way and make sure I'm not gonna get paint all over my ribbon. You know what? Like, how fun would that be to paint some burlap ribbon? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let me get enough to make a bow. And I'm gonna cut it. So if you don't need a bow with tails, one of those paint dryer things, it's so much better than a blow dryer. One of the heat guns, is that what you're talking about? I've seen them, and every time I go to Harbor Freight, I tell myself I'm gonna buy one, but I'm afraid because I have kids that come in the studio that that they're gonna burn themselves. So let me know your experience with that. Okay, so here's what I did. I just folded my ribbon. I pulled enough out that I could fold it and it would overlap just in the middle. This is for a bow with no tails. Okay, I'm gonna paint this real quick. So I'm thinking I want to do lime green. So let me grab a paintbrush. I think this one might work good. Yeah, Jennifer, let me know though about that. If you're just hopping on, I am painting some watermelons today. And I decided that while my watermelon dries, you can go back and watch from the beginning if you missed that part. While my watermelon dries, I would paint some burlap. So let's just see how it works. I've never done this before. You need a lot more green paint though. Heat guns get too hot and it will bubble the paint instead of just drying it, and they burn the skin quick. Okay, well Jennifer, maybe you're talking about something different then. What kind of paint dryer are you talking about? And Alicia, do you hear your dog out there barking? She's howling at me. She's very angry that she is outside today. But Mama's got a video today, and I can't sit around with them in my lap today, unfortunately, because that would be fun. But let's see. Looks like a little hair dryer. But it's not a heat gun. I might need to Google that. If you Google it and put it in the link if you know where to get it, and I'll check it out because I would love to look at that. And chances are I'm going to forget by the time I get off that was something I said I wanted to look up. All right, so I'm painting burlap ribbon. I'm not going so great, but we're trying it. Figure the only time you fail is when you don't try, right? So let's see. I can't hear a thing over waves crashing and the wind blowing in the palm trees. Alicia, are you freaking kidding me right now? I mean, seriously? Did you just tell me that? That was for you. That was just for you. Hey, so I don't know if you were on when I was talking about teacher appreciation, but I kind of got scared yesterday because I asked Michelle Check if she wanted to know what all I was doing for teacher appreciation, and she wrote back yes. And so I sent her my schedule, and she said she needed to get, she said something about like she'd let me know as soon as she heard from all of the board. And I panicked because I've already spent money to do stuff, and I've got a group of girls coming over tonight to help start putting things together. And I was like, I didn't know I needed approval. Like, am I in trouble because I already spent some of the money? And she wrote back, no, it's fine. Like, I like your ideas. We were trying to make sure that the teachers knew when they don't have to take lunch and stuff like that. So anyway, I thought I was in a lot of trouble. So thankfully I wasn't. She sent me your list and all sounds amazing. Oh, you're so sweet. Well, I honestly, between me and Megan and Victoria, we were all pretty budget conscious, and I'm super excited about what we're going to do for the teachers this year. So I hope they like it. I hope they like it. I don't know. I tend to be and do things that you either love or you hate. So I'm hoping that they love it all and that they feel completely spoiled rotten, because Lord knows I don't want to be in their shoes. Okay, so I've got my green ribbon painted. I know it doesn't look really great right now, but I mean, we're trying this, right? We'll see what it's going to look like when I fold it. I'm going to have paint all over me today. All right, so put the back together and just push it in the middle. Hey, I think that's going to be kind of fun. What do y'all think? They're grumps. Well, I hope they love it, and I hope we don't have a bunch of grumps, because gosh, our kids have to hang out with them all day. Like, I hope they're not grumpy. Though I kind of would be if I had to hang out with a bunch of kids all day, because I'm so not a teacher. I can do it in the studio for an hour and a half or two, but that's about it. All right, so that's where I'm at. And I'm going to put just a little bit more paint on this front side. Man, this eats up a lot of paint, I'll just tell y'all, in case you were wondering. All right, so that's where it is. I'm going to leave it right here. Let's see. Hey, so I would love to see the palm trees blowing in the wind and the waves crashing, but I'm honestly just thankful today that I could put on flip-flops and a t-shirt and not worry about getting cold. So I'm counting my blessings. But we miss you. All right, so no one's asked me questions. Like, do y'all not want me to tell you anything? Do you not want to know any, do you not have any questions? Because I'm happy to help. I'd love to know what you want to learn. Okay, cleaning my brushes real quick before I move on, because I've already used 3 this morning. Hi, Krista. Good morning. I am painting a watermelon, and I'm trying some new stuff this morning. I painted some burlap ribbon, green. I don't know if it's going to work. And we're also painting a watermelon right here. So this is where I'm at. I was kind of waiting for it to dry. I think it's good. I think I could do another coat. Don't tell the teacher that it's not all the way dry and I'm already putting another coat of paint on, because I get on to people for that. So don't tell the teacher. What's everybody doing today? Krista, are you in Florida or have you moved? Because if you're in Florida and Alicia's in Florida, y'all suck. No, I'm kidding. Y'all don't suck. I'm sad that I don't get to be there too. Okay, let's see. Any more green paint? I'm going to use like this whole bottle of green today. Okay, you're near Tampa. Awesome. Well, Alicia, where are you this morning? My virtual friend, as you said. Well, I will say, Krista, it's beautiful here this morning for like the first time. Well, no, the second time. It was pretty yesterday. You're in Marathon. Is that close to the Keys? I don't know my Florida geography very well. So guys, I gotta tell y'all, I got the sweetest stinking text message. Okay, I thought it was close to the Keys. I got the sweetest stinking text message yesterday. Krista, yes, this is what we are painting this month for my virtual paint party. If you don't know about it, I would be glad to send you information, but essentially I cut out these, I'll show you another one, these wooden door hangers, And I mail a new one out every month to all of my subscribers, and then I send a video and they paint with me. So I was just kind of giving everybody a sneak peek because I'm painting extra watermelons for a customer's order this month. And so I thought I would jump on and, while I was painting, talk to y'all. So yeah, it's made out of wood. And I asked, and you weren't on, but I asked anyone who currently doesn't paint, or if you paint, what do you still want to learn? Like, what can I teach you that you want to know? Whether it's how to cut your own wood, how to cut your own door hangers, or maybe you want to know what kind of paint is the best paint to use, or maybe you want to figure out how to sell your own door hangers. Anyway, drop me a message and let me know what I can help you with. And Krista, I use, just so you know, it's called an underlayment. It's a plywood that is pretty thin. It starts off at 1/4 inch, and I guess they sand it down, and so it's a little bit less than 1/4 inch. But I really like it. Now, if you are in an area where you get a lot of wind, you sometimes have to kind of weigh your door hanger down. If anyone has experience with that, holler and let me know. So my husband and I are going to take a quick trip down to the... Oh, Krista, that's awesome. I would totally love to do calligraphy. In fact, I have been doing hand lettering lately. I've been working on that kind of as my stress reliever. Because sometimes when you're doing what was a stress reliever as a business, it isn't as stress relieving because there's now deadlines. So I tend to kind of find new things to do, and that's what I've been working on is hand lettering. So it's a ton of fun, and it's a skill I've always wanted to learn. So that's pretty awesome. You'll have to send me a picture. I just got my first Tombow markers or pens, whatever you want to call them. They're the double-sided last week, and I downloaded some free, or they like sayings so you could practice, because they say it's a lot of training your muscles to write the letters the right way. So yeah, okay guys, I want to show you where I'm at with my watermelon. All right, so I can't do anything else until that dries, so let's see how my ribbon is over here doing. So what pens and markers do you use? And would you show us your work? Because I would love to see it. See a picture of what I've done so far. Yeah, just post it in the comments so we can all see it. I would love to. I'd love to see what all you're up to. I swear, like, creative people just make me happy because they make me want to be more creative, which is kind of the goal in life, is to be creative. At least that's what I think. So, all right, so my ribbon is doing good. It's still drying. So I'm going to leave it sitting here. And I'm going to grab, this was a video I did the other day to show you how I made a bow. But I will do another one real quick if I can find, oh here. So when I do my bows, there's a few things I need. This is going to be for a bow similar to this one. Use Tombow markers and pens, or Pentel sign pens. Ooh, I need to look at those. Thanks for that. Yeah, I'll look at, I didn't know Pentel had a brand, or had a line for calligraphy. Now, when I was little, my mom bought me, I probably talked her into it and begged and pleaded, for a true calligraphy pen, like with the angle, and I hated it. So do you use any of those, or do you do it all more like the faux calligraphy where you thicken and all of that? All right, let's put this together. So my back ends are together, and then I just push it. Now, it's still wet, but we're going to work with it anyway, because I'm a rebel like that. All right, so you see this. I love wired ribbon. If you can get wired ribbon for your base, in the burlap. That's what I highly, highly, highly suggest. All right, so this is where I'm at. Now, this is where it's going to get tricky because my stuff is still wet. I might get some paint on my ribbon. But I'm going to squeeze this together. Just squeeze it in the middle and set it right at I'm making like an X over the top of my bow. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I just set it on my mat and I squeeze it in the middle. And then I crisscross it the other way. And ladies, like, that's all you have to do. So then I take my zip ties. Those pins are very flexible, so you can have the thin strokes and thick down strokes. Any suggestions on paint pens that won't bleed when I spray clear coat on them? Are you letting them dry long enough? Sorry, that might be a stupid question, but I have been using the Sharpie and I actually am really liking it, and it didn't bleed when I did it. I just sprayed some yesterday, but I did let them dry for like overnight. Normally I don't let them dry that long. Okay guys, I'm trying to not get paint all over my ribbon here. So once you get, oh, I flipped it. That's what happened. When I was messing with my zip tie, I accidentally flipped it. Okay, so I've got my cross made on the front, and now I'm just going to tighten it up. So, Alicia, you're using, let me see, you're using these? See, Sharpie, oil-based, this one? Because I've always, before I started using these, I was using the painters, my Elmer's, which Walmart never has in stock anymore. And they worked okay. But I swear, what gets me is how they'll like just burp a whole bunch of ink right onto whatever you're painting. All right, friends. So my bow, just gonna straighten it up. I think it turned out pretty cute. Even though I should have waited till it dried. I'm gonna pull this one down. The bleed blob, yes. That's a good way to put it, the bleed bob. Okay, so I gotta tell y'all funny stuff. So this morning, life with kids, y'all know, is always an adventure. And this morning, I was getting the kids ready. Well, they get ready for school, but I reminded my son that it was Inside Out Day. So we get down to the bus stop, and I drive him down there because our driveway is pretty long. And I don't know, it's always a fun time in the morning if they're not fighting. If they're fighting, I can't wait to get them out of the car. But this morning they were being really sweet. And I'm just being honest here. So anyway, I looked at Ruddick and I was like, "Do you like doing Inside Out Day?" And you couldn't really tell that his clothes were inside out because they were all like gray and black. And he said yes, and I said, "Well, did you turn your underwear inside out? Because, you know, people are going to ask." And he's like, "Mom, you've told me don't show people my underwear. I'm not going to show anyone my underwear, and no, I didn't turn them inside out." So apparently I've told him several times not to show people his underwear, and he's actually listening. Like, sometimes they listen to what you say. It's amazing how that happens. All right, if you're just joining us, I see some people are jumping on. Comment down below and let me know what you would like to learn. What creative thing would you like to learn, whether it's paint related or not? Here's what we're painting this morning. Looks like that one's got a little thin. So I am waiting for this to dry, and in the meantime I was making a bow, and I actually painted some burlap this morning, which I thought was kind of fun. So there's my burlap and my pinwheel bow. And if you missed how to make the pinwheel bow, I did a tutorial on it just the other day, but I also just redid it here. Hey Alicia, I've switched to this wire. You can see it's called lock wire, and it is some tough stuff. I got these clippers from Harbor Freight. They're the nicer ones, and they're still like, they struggle to cut it. So anyway, this is the wire that I've been using because it's pretty heavy duty. It's, let me see. I'm going to poke myself in the head with it. It says stainless steel designed to resist rust and corrosion. It says easy to shape and form, but it's not super easy to shape and form. So anyway, bought this big tub of it, and I kind of like that you can't, like, it doesn't go everywhere because it's all contained in this nice little tub. If anyone's looking for this, I get it at Harbor Freight. So I spend a lot of money at Harbor Freight. Suggestions. Okay, what else do y'all need to know? So I need to find you some better paint pens. I don't know that they exist, though, to be honest. And yes, the tub. It was like, with a coupon, I want to say $8 maybe, but there's a lot in here. I'm going to show y'all real quick. I'm going to jump up and grab something. Okay, so sorry about that. So I was just, Krista and I were talking about calligraphy, and I was going to show you the resources that I just purchased, and I'll put links in the comments so you don't have to remember. But I got these Tombow, I don't know if I'm saying that right, dual brush pens. Sharpie makes a brush tip marker. They're not cheap, but Hobby Lobby will take their 40% off coupon. They're pretty awesome. They're not paint pens, though. Huh. I wonder if... Hey, Amy, good morning. These are the ones you have and you like. I'll have to look at the brush tip marker because that might be an option, Alicia, using a Sharpie. So if you're just joining us, let me know what you'd like to learn, whether it's to paint door hangers or whether it's a different skill. And this is what we're painting this morning. I'm waiting for my pink and my green to dry. But I wanted to show you these books I found on Amazon. And like I said, I'll post the links later on. But here's one. It is Lettering and Modern Calligraphy. And it has a lot of practice pages in different fonts for you to practice. And pages for you to do it on. You could also buy a notebook of lined paper so that you could do it. But this is kind of cool because it kind of coaches you in the front. It tells you the difference in the different types of font, whether they're script or serif or sans serif. And then it tells you, you know, a little bit of how to get your brush strokes right. And then it just kind of jumps in and it says, just like painting, click on the little wand on your screen. You can flip the camera backwards so you're not seeing you. Oh, Krista. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Is that better? It's not. Oh, I don't think that's what I wanted to do. I don't know. It's not letting me turn it around. I can't figure it out. The little wand. I clicked the little wand. I see the turn around button, but that's not what I want. The little wand is giving me a bunch of borders. So it says, just like painting, practice, practice, practice is what makes you better. So like when you're sitting there watching TV, I don't know if I'm the only one like this, but I tend to not be able to sit still long enough to watch an entire show. And so a lot of times if I have my hands busy, I can watch a whole show with my husband. Because like that's kind of his love language, is like hanging out and watching TV and just being. So anyway, I love this book. And then I got this other one. Let me show you this one too. This is called Lettering and Calligraphy. And it's not quite as instructional, but it does have a ton of letter drills. So it still has some instructions up at the top, but then it has a lot of lettering and word drills, which you can see how far I've made it in my book. But, so you could do like the regular calligraphy. These are the uppercase. Let's see where the next one is. Oh, lowercase. So anyway, it's pretty cool because it goes through a bunch of different fonts. A lot of times I just need someone to tell me like when my letters join, how I should make them join. It has all these practice and different things you can do. So anyway, and lastly, I got this, which is just a sketch pad that the markers don't bleed through. So thought that was pretty fun. So friends, any more questions? I guess I can put another coat of green on now. Let's see. Just let me know in the comments and I will put another coat of, I'm doing another lime green because some of my edges bled with the pink. Oh, calligraphy while watching TV with Vince, and you can learn to write Vince love letters about your favorite shows. That's it. Criminal Minds love letters. Let's see, how am I going to do that? Or we watch Naked and Afraid. That would be really funny. Naked and Afraid love letters. What shows do y'all watch? Okay, oh, she's going to tell me how to do it. You have to click the little wrench tool button after you click the wand. Okay, wand, wrench tool button. I don't see a wrench tool button. I have a star. Oh, I see it now. Let's see what this is going to do. Look at that! You are a stinking genius, Krista. Thank you. I'm loving it. You can write your unsub report in calligraphy. Thank you. Okay, so I have a question for all of y'all. Because I've already said that I'm kind of weird and can't sit still for very long. But the other thing... Hey, Aunt Jean, good morning. Welcome. I'm painting a watermelon this morning, and we're talking about crafty stuff. We were kind of talking about calligraphy. And I've got all these books that I'm starting to work through on lettering and calligraphy because it's something I've always wanted to learn. So that's what we're kind of talking about, just to fill you in. And if you have any questions or you want to learn anything specific, or you want to ask me about door hangers, how to cut your own, how to paint, anything, drop them in the comments because I'm going to be painting for a little while and I'd love to chat. So, Alicia, I could write my unsub reports. All right. So what I was going to tell y'all, and I told my husband this last week and he thought I was absolutely insane, but I write things out in my head. Do y'all do that? I think it might be an OCD problem, but just being transparent, guys. So I write things out in my head, and by that I mean, like if let's say going to the pool pops into my head and I'm not doing anything with my hands, in my head I'm writing it out, going to the pool. So like I practice a lot of writing in my head. Is that weird? Y'all are all going to click off now because you're like, this woman is crazy. Yep, see, I just lost somebody. It's all because I said that. What crazy things do y'all do? Come on. Let me get to know y'all a little bit better. Tell me I'm not the only weird one. All right, I think this is going to be my last coat of lime green. I need to put a little bit more over here. Guess what we're painting next month? Anybody want to guess? Guys, practice my calligraphy shows. That's awesome, Krista. So I'm not alone. Gosh, I feel so normal now. Thank you. I'm telling you, when I told my husband the other day, he gave me this look like, woman, like you are a freak. Sorry, I'm moving all my stuff off of here. So anybody want to see what we're painting next month in case you haven't already seen? I was going to show you. Hold on. Somebody guess. What is it? What is it? I want to do some kind of drawing or giveaway. Somebody give me some ideas. I gave away jewelry last month. Should I do jewelry again? Should I do Maybe a half off your first month paint parties. Nikki, you're right. It's a flip-flop. It's a flip-flop. Now, did you know that already, or did you just see it and you knew by looking at it? Because I have told a few people. And I think I put it on the website too, so I might have given it away. Women always have to be thinking about something. Men can literally... That is so true. That is so true. I will ask my husband, like, honey, are you upset with me? Like, did I do something? Because he'll have this look on his face, like... And he literally is just not thinking about anything. You saw the shape and you guessed it? Well, Nikki, are you local? Are you one of my local peeps, or are you a long distance painter? By the way, most exciting thing about today, flip-flops. I was in a store last week in Newark, Ohio, and they had a bunch of Southern shirts, which I thought was really weird because we're totally not in the South, and I don't know how they got up here, but I wanted to buy all of them. But one of them said, if I can't wear my flip-flops, I'm not going. And I should have bought it because, like, that's totally me. All right, so I'm putting another coat of pink paint on. You're in California. Is that where you live, or are you vacationing? My husband and I were planning to take a trip, and we were kind of looking at maybe taking a train and going across the country. And I was actually wanting to go to California, but then our renters decided they're moving out, and so we're going to have to go get the house ready and hopefully list it. So we're going to take a vacation to Georgia and South Carolina instead. But maybe one day I'll get to come to California. I would love to. I've heard it's beautiful. But I'm not a beach person, so I like the beach from a distance. Like Alicia was saying a few minutes ago that she was sitting on the porch, I think is what she said, listening to the beach and seeing it. I don't want to be on the beach. I just want to hear it and see it and smell it. Sand is not my friend. That whole OCD thing, I can't do it. And I feel terrible because my children have only been to the beach with my parents. I've never taken them. My husband and I took our engagement pictures on the beach and never got near the water. They were pretty pictures, but we didn't get near the water because once we were done, those clothes had to be immediately thrown in the washer because they had sand all over them. Nut job. Glad y'all hang with me because I feel like sometimes I'm too quirky for most people. All right, guys, so I've got all of my pink. I'm going to smooth out a few of these lines that I have. Okay, lived here for a while in Northern California. You're in the military. Which branch? My husband was in the Army, and he lived somewhere close. He went to Vegas a lot. Like he lived somewhere close to there. And we were actually, before we moved to Ohio, we were considering Vegas. And I probably could have gone to California easier if I had lived in Vegas, huh? In Northern California. Is it pretty where you are? Hey, my bow, look, it's dry. It's dry. Isn't that going to be cute? Let me show y'all. Okay, let me back up. This way. I'm going the wrong way. There you go. Okay, so here, look at that. That's super cute. You're from Michigan. How did you find my page? Because I'm a Southern girl, but we moved to the North, and I'm trying to convert everyone here. Let's see. I'm going to get some white paint. What else do I need? I need black, white. Oh, you write anything on the watermelon? Krista, I am going to write on the watermelon. And I'll tell you, one of my tips and tricks is if you struggle with hand lettering, which I'm just learning, so sometimes I would prefer a stencil. I actually use, you have no idea. That's funny. Well, I'm glad you're here. I actually will, for my virtual paint party people, I put downloads. They're PDFs, and they can print them on just regular paper or cardstock, however they want to do it. And for the words, they lay it on their board with either lead on the back of their paper, so they'll cover the whole paper in lead and then trace it so that they have an outline that they can just paint in with. I love paint pens when it comes to lettering. Or I have carbon copy sheets that I'll set the carbon copy sheet down, and you just have to be careful that you don't rub a lot, but I'll trace it right onto there. That way you can get your letters to look exactly like they're on the computer. And you can use any font you want. Really, you can go into Word. I don't know, do y'all know how to download your own fonts? How many of y'all in this group do are computer savvy and like, I collect fonts. It's kind of a hobby. It's not quite dry yet. I'm going to get started painting my polka dots. So in order to do that, I'm using the same pink paint. If you're painting yours red, you would just add a little bit of white to your red. I'm going to add some white to my Alicia, what did I ask? I already forgot. You raised your hand. What was the question? See, my brain, like I can't function and do one thing at a time. I have to do many. So I am making another color. Oh, you collect fonts. I just realized. I'm making a lighter pink so that I can have a contrast. If y'all can see that. See, here's my darker. And here's my lighter. I don't want a huge contrast, but I just added some. And sorry about that. Font collector. Font collectors in the house. Anybody want me to walk them through how to install a font on your computer? Anybody need that knowledge? Or do y'all all know? I don't want to tell you something you already know. Okay. So I'm going to paint my pink polka dots on my watermelon just to give it some contrast. And to do that, I just dip my brush and get a lot of paint. I set it on my board and I swirl. Oh, I don't know that this contrast is going to be enough. Oh, it might. Let's see. Y'all tell me what you think. Is that enough contrast? Or should I go lighter? I am going to add some white accents, and then it's going to say welcome across it or something fun. I think it's going to say welcome. Well, tell me what you think of that color before I do them all. I don't think anyone's answered my question yet. Do you know how to put your own fonts on your computer? I'm randomly putting my polka dots on, but a good tip is to do them in groups of 3 in like a triangle pattern. I don't know if you can see, but like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. See how they're kind of make a triangle? So like my next one would go right here. It's that easy, guys. It's that stinking easy. Now I did get this one a little bit too big down there, so I'm going to have to cover that up with some other paint. But anyway, so I'm putting all these on. And then I'll go back and accent. And we're getting close. See, everybody's quiet all of a sudden. Maybe my internet's slow. Oh, another tip. is I like for some of my polka dots to look like they're running off. See that bottom one? So I make some of them going off the board. Who has been thinking about joining the virtual paint party and hasn't taken that plunge yet? I'd love to know. Have you thought about painting with me from home? And something's holding you back? If so, tell me what it is. This brush is getting way out of whack. I think I must have let my children play with it. All right, here's where I'm at. I'm gonna do a couple more. See how quick that is? I have customers that come in the studio and they're like, I can't make a polka dot. I'm like, yeah, you can. Just take some practice. Okay, so I got all my polka dots on. I'm gonna go back and thank you, Krista. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna fix up that spot down at the bottom real quick with some dark pink paint. So there we go. All right, guys, it's seriously that easy. Just fixed up that polka dot. You just want a little bit of contrast too. So if you're doing red for your watermelon, Krista, it is. And guess what? You want a spoiler alert? Let me know if you want a spoiler alert. I'm not going to tell you until you tell me. Always? Okay, so I was talking to someone that helps me quite a bit in my business this morning and was planning out the next, well, through next June's virtual paint parties. Just trying to figure out what signs, because lately I've been doing mostly holiday related, but there's going to come a time where there's not going to be a holiday and you just want something generic on your door. So guess what is coming in July? You want to guess? I can wait y'all out. Yes, it's a pineapple. I might have screamed really loud. Sorry if I screamed in your ear. You know, I just said we were going to take a trip to South Carolina and Georgia. And in South Carolina is where I learned that the pineapple was the hospitality symbol. Yep. So, July would be an awesome month too. I love Americana. Yes. So in July, I really wish that I had planned differently for this year, but I didn't. So we're doing the flip-flop in June so that you can put it up in June and July. Next year, though, June is going to be patriotic. So just a spoiler alert, but that's on the calendar, and I'm super excited about that. And I'm trying to get together I'm trying to get the whole year planned so that maybe I can offer a different package, like maybe where you can paint like seasonally, like 3 months, and you would get the whole thing. So it would be a little bit cheaper because I would only have to ship one package, and shipping is stinking high. Anyway, so what else I was going to tell you about South Carolina? The old houses, I don't know if you have seen them, but like they have these huge staircases, and they come like, I'm out of the camera. Let's see. They come down like this. There's 2 of them. Like there's one here and one here. It's like welcome, like open arms. Which I thought was pretty cool. So yes, a lot of people there too have door hangers, like their knockers are actually pineapples for hospitality. I'm cleaning up a little bit of this green up here before I move on. And you know what I have nothing of in the studio is patriotic stuff. I just started last March, and we were gone part of June and July, and so that just kind of fell through the cracks. So that's something I'm definitely going to be working on, is some 4th of July options. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I don't miss your comments, or if you ask me a question, I can answer you. Okay, I'm just waiting for paint to dry. What else do y'all want to know? What would y'all like to see if you were, let me propose it. Let me put the question this way. If you were one of my paint subscribers for the holidays this year, so I said in July we're doing the pineapple, in June we're doing the flip-flop, but I'm working out what we're going to do August, September, October, November, December, and so on. I would like to throw a few more generic signs in there so that you could put them up anytime, and also signs that would make great gifts, which pineapples make amazing gifts, because you can paint them anyway. You can paint them to look like a pineapple, or you can paint them more funky. I have one at the studio that's black and white, like diamonds, like I guess like an argyle kind of print, and then it has turquoise on it, so it's really cute. Anything else y'all want to know? Let's see. Okay, I need these to dry quicker. I need that paint dryer to look that up and see what they were talking about, because that would be amazing. I need to wait on that. Okay, so I'm going to get my dark green. This is more, I think it's called Christmas green, but it's more of a like an emerald color. And I'm going to start doing some accents along the bottom. Krista, I'm so glad you showed me how not to be backwards. That's so stinking awesome. You're a rock star. An apple for August would be cute to give your child's teacher at the beginning of the... You know what? I didn't think about people would want to paint for their kids' teachers. Now, I've got a couple of customers who are past the kids' age, though. So would they want to do an apple, or should I do something that could be, it could be back to school or generic? I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up, because I do, a lot of my virtual paint party peeps are past the child raising age. So I don't know. They may not like that. Then again, they may have a friend that's a teacher that they'd want to give it to. So, I don't know. A big maple leaf shape or an acorn. Ooh, an acorn or a maple leaf. Those would be super cute. But I would like to do, and this is, I mean, I don't know. As a creative, we tend to go all over the place with our ideas. So sometimes I have to like have somebody bring it all in. But I would like to do some, I'm going to call them one-offs, where you can, you know, paint extra shapes. So like if you wanted to add an apple to your package for August, oh yeah, palm trees are always a hit in Florida. Yes, they are. I don't know though. That's where it gets hairy. My Ohio people may not want a palm tree. Now Alicia will, because she is going to want to dream of the beach all the time. All right, so I'm going to start painting the darker green. Again, load my paintbrush on one side. It's pretty much empty on the other side. This is how you get your crisp lines. And I'm just going to set it down and pull straight down. And I'm going to do that side by side, but I'm overlapping in the middle because I don't want it to be super duper thick. Okay, let me show you. See that? Okay, I'm going to go around and do that, leaving about, I guess that's like 1.5 inches between each one. I've seen some projects where one side, yes, I did that. That was actually, we did that in the fall. I did pumpkins, and then I also had a video for later where you could turn it into the snowman, which was super, super duper cute. So what I may do this year is, I don't know. I can't decide. And there's so much out there. I need to just get on Pinterest and be inspired. So, Krista, do you do any painting? Yeah, you may have. Other people have done it too. Other people have done the snowman. I think I saw it on Pinterest and thought, well, let me do that and just put my own twist on it. See? I thought about doing the sunflower because that was super cute last year. And that one's been popular. But I also thinking I want to do one of the vintage trucks where you can paint both sides. It can be reversible. I love reversible signs. Two littles. Yes, I hear you. It's hard. It's funny because I actually struggle finding time to paint, and that's what I do. But there tends to be so much more admin stuff that goes with a small business that I don't get to paint nearly as much as I want to. Oh, and I'm also, y'all tell me what you think about this. Who all's on right now? I know Krista and Alicia are on. I don't know who else is still hanging around with me. I'm trying to figure out how I want to structure it, but I'm going to start offering kids' birthday boxes. So, like, you could throw a party, a paint party, from a box, essentially. I would mail you all your wooden cutouts, and you could, I could do add-ons with the paint, the brushes, and things like that. And then you just purchase it, and then you host for your kid, no matter where you are. Because, I'm going to give y'all a secret, the kids don't really want instructions. They just want you to turn them loose with some craft supplies and to not make it structured. I've tried in the studio doing the more like paint step by step. And you know what the kids told me? That's not the way I want to do it, Miss Kara. So, you know what? I'll let them paint however they want to. And they're much happier. Now, the mamas aren't always as happy because they want them to look good. But at the same time, like, these kids, they have a stinking blast when you give them a little bit of paint and some paintbrushes. Okay, so I got the first coat on the watermelon. Guys, we are rocking and rolling. I can't do anything else right now, though, because those polka dots are kind of thick. Y'all want me to jump on later and I can finish up the sign after this part dries? Or do y'all want to stay on and talk? My dogs are mad. Trying to see if there's anything else over here fun I could tell you. I'm also working on a 3-minute craft. I need to find something I can do in about 3 minutes. I want it to be super awesome. Something that you want to do too. So I'm looking for ideas. Like, I really want to take on the challenge of a 3-minute craft. I'll see it finished later for sure. Okay, so do you want me to get back on and paint the rest of it live? Or do you want me to just show you the finished product? Because I can do it either way. I'm going to jump off here in just a minute and record my virtual paint party video. So I'm going to basically be repainting this. And when that's done, I could get back on this afternoon and show you how to finish it up. Guys, did y'all see how easy that was? Like, seriously, did y'all see how easy that was? To go from this to this. I mean, I love it. But, oh, I was telling y'all earlier, I missed it. Didn't know. I don't know if I'll have time to get on later. I will, definitely. Yeah, if I go live again, I will definitely post the video to the group so that you can go back and watch it. But, so I got the sweetest message. I'm going to give a shout out to Maria. She paints with me virtually, but she's local. And I don't even know if she realized I had a studio when she actually started painting through the mail with me. But so yesterday we were texting because she, instead of refunding her shipping cost, she wanted some small cutouts because she's got some kids that are going to join her and her mom and her sister to paint this month. And she actually texted me and she goes, you know what I love is I always think I can't paint, but then I watch your video and you make it so easy that like my stuff turns out great. Well, you know what? I would look at other people's signs and I'm like, dude, I can't do that. Like, I'm not skilled enough. But when you break it down to a few basics, such as how to get your crisp lines and how to make your polka dots, like you gain so much confidence that you're like, dude, I got this. So anyway, it's a ton of fun if you haven't joined us. Oh, and y'all tell me too, tell me in the comments what you want me to give away next. Do y'all want to have maybe a discount on trying out the virtual paint party? Would that be a good giveaway? Or, I don't know. Y'all tell me what you want. So, if y'all, maybe, instead of that, maybe somebody wants to join me on my faux calligraphy journey. And maybe I could send you one of these books. So, y'all tell me what you want. Because I would love to give something away that's kind of... It's funny, I tend to, in my business, want to give everything away. And my business coach is always like, Kara, I understand, like, that's fantastic, but you're doing this to make money, right? And, I mean, at the end of the day, I need to at least cover my cost. So, anyway, but I love giving things away. I love seeing the smile on somebody's face when they win. So, all right, friends, I'm going to hop off, and I will jump back on later. Christy, you'd love one of those books. Okay. Well, I've got to vote for books. Let me know what else y'all want. And if you watch this later and you're not live, hey, comment, because I haven't decided today, and I don't know. It'll be in the next week or so when I figure out what we're going to give away in May. All right, friends, I'm hopping off. I will be back on later. You want the books too? Okay, so everybody's loving the whole hand lettering. That's awesome. Okay, well, I'm going to hop off, and I will jump back on later to finish painting. But I hope that you have a great day. Krista, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, or the calligraphy pins. Yeah, I kind of feel like, though, you need the book before the pins. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like you learn a lot. I don't know. So I just thought that would be a good place to start, was the book. But maybe the pins, too. So we'll see. That could be really big. Oh, and I gotta tell y'all, my page is about to break 3,000. So maybe we can do a double giveaway in May. Maybe we could do a couple different drawings. You learn by watching Instagram videos? Okay, can I give you a confession? I don't know how to use Instagram. I post pictures on Instagram, but that's it. So I really need to like jump in and learn. Like lately I've been working a lot on Pinterest, like learning different marketing strategies and things like that. I didn't realize how many people use Pinterest as like a second Google, which it's kind of crazy. But I need to learn Instagram because I think I would love it if I would get over there and try it. All right, friends, I'm really jumping off this time. I hope y'all have a fantastic Wednesday. It's hump day, guys. Whoop, whoop. I just pictured the camel coming through the studio. But you'll get more followers on Instagram. Yeah, I think right now I only have like 99 or something. But I need to figure Instagram out. I'd love tips if you want to give me some. Your Pinterest is your Google? That's funny. Yeah, Krista, message me. Any tips you got, I'd love them. And yes, please post your cards. We'd all love to see your creativity. All right, friends, have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.